Louisville. What the hell is a Louisville?
My drink.
Louisville. Who is Louis? You Louis?
He ain't got no fucking Louis.
Can't get my drink. Damn. You name shit you can't get. That's not my drink.
You gonna talk to me? He was like gonna say some shit to me. You gonna talk spicy?
You can't get him my drink. Richie Blow.
No.
You want me to get your ass, bro? Put that bread basket on your head.
You know what? It feel like to shake some shit.
Y'all do my shit shake?
No, shake it. One thing you better shake it your damn brain, nigga.
You shake some shit, powder shampoo in your shit. Dirty ass hair.
No.
Got all the critters in your shit.
That's it. That's this nigga.
What's the deal, y'all? Small Town Marv, and welcome to the Small Town Marv podcast, or the STMP. Now, I ain't famous and shit, so obviously we don't got famous niggas to interview. As y'all can see, these niggas ain't shit.
Pretty basic.
Well, pretty basic ass bitches.
I'm pretty cool. No, you're not.
They not. They really not. Especially the nigga at the end over there, he a bitch. But
damn.
But before we get into that,
how cool is one in the room?
No, he's not. So I brought these niggas in here today because these niggas have had an impact on my life for real, because these niggas been here since the day it started for real. So why not bring the niggas like on the first podcast? So if this is the beginning of the first podcast, I might as well bring in the niggas who was here since the beginning. So that being, I got some friends, my bad, some friends, some associates, a brother, you know, huh?
And I.
Bro, shut the fuck up.
Alright, I'm done.
Y'all gonna see why he said that after this. I'm gonna put the clip up. But yeah, hell no. But yeah, I brought these niggas in here. So I brought these niggas in here because my thing with my podcast is I like niggas with different worldviews. Not just niggas, but just people. People view stuff differently. You experience stuff differently than I do, even though we didn't grow up, together, but you still experience shit separately, and it kind of form your worldview differently. Now, we're not just talking about worldviews, we're talking about a lot of shit. So we gonna chop that shit up, but if we gonna start at the beginning, I might as well chop it up with the nigga who was here at the beginning first out of all these niggas, and that is my brother Darius. I can cut the dramatic pause out. So if you need a second to
I don't really know where to take it from there. Like I don't really
Introduce yourself.
Yeah. So we gonna start here. You ready, brother Darius? So Darius,
yeah.
Tell me. So we started in the beginning. Where we grew up at, and then kind of take me through your life for real. Take me beginning, middle, and then where we at now, present day.
Well, we started all kind of, just little babies messing around on Blue Hill Street in Detroit, right up the street from the St. John Hospital.
Right over there by Tucky's and shit?
Yeah, bumping heads, making little crazy games and shit like that. Literally out of nothing. Like me and my brother could really just sit here and talk about nothing all day, but it'd be the most interesting shit that anybody would hear.
He ain't never lied about that.
He had a whole bus up one time, just like out of nothing.
Oh, you talking about that cook session?
Yeah.
Me, you, I think Tyrone's there, Jordan, we went to LA, didn't we? Yeah. We went to LA when we was cooking niggas on the bus. We were cooking each other, and the whole bus was laughing. The bus driver was like, y'all need to shut up, bro. I'm gonna let y'all off and shit.
Yeah,
niggas was crying.
Taking off iron
and shit. Crying, laughing. We was talking about each other's shit.
We bring back me.
I was getting my ass cooked. That shit was bug.
Me and my brother kind of always had like that crazy connection, and we was kind of able to, grab some brothers and shit for real that had a similar connection. Other than this dusty nigga, he was along for the ride, and we liked him, so we keep him.
True. But before you get into them though, you gotta take me beginning, middle, end. So you said we started at Blue Hill, right? So where we go at, you gotta take me through. I'm trying to see the line for the storyline. So where we go after Blue Hill? I know where we went, but they don't know where we went. Where we go?
You in the club, dog?
Yeah, we did shoot out here to the club.
Nah. But I don't remember the name of the street.
Shelfront.
That was it.
Yeah, over there at Shelfront and Finkel. Yeah, we did. We was over there with what's her name? I'm not gonna drop names because you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna just refer to people as whatever because we don't want motherfuckers dropping their names and shit in here. Yeah. Motherfuckers get like that, so we know who. Okay, so we just go call that nigga stepdad, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we was
up over there with Pops.
Yeah.
We was kind of, we had our own little thing going on honestly, nigga. We ended up going to the school that was right up the street from us, and we instantly was taking over stuff from there, man. We
Honestly.
just had shit for no reason. I was getting kicked out just for not showing up in the right stuff. They tried to have us wear like these all white tees with like these light blue jean jackets. And the first day of school, I remember I drew like one of those dicks, you know, when you're a little kid, you draw with the nutsack.
Yeah.
I drew it on the shirt, man. But I had my jacket on, so when I walked in, and couldn't nobody tell till we went to the little cubby area. I ended up taking it off, and my teacher just looked at me, and it was a ghetto ass school, so she was like, "What the fuck?"
They were mad.
She grabbed, yeah.
Remember they put us in the office because they were like, y'all not wearing y'all uniforms, y'all making everybody else not want to wear their shit, and y'all should lead by example.
Yeah.
No, I'm not wearing that shit. That shit ugly, bro. I'm not wearing navy blue with yellow. I'm not with brown, bro. I'm not Kavan, bro. Shout out to Kavan. My nigga Kavan, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Unfortunately, we was too little and shit to really do anything, so we was kind of just...
That's
until we got a little bit older, until we jumped here in Mount Clemens. When we kind of jumped here in Mount Clemens, that's where I kind of met Jason.
Okay.
Right now.
Hold on, before we get into that, all right. So you said we moved to Shelfire Finkel. Where we moved after that? Because I'm asking because every time you move, there's more stories that come around it. Because remember, every time you just told me about a place we live, you went into a story.
Yeah, but it's hard for me to bring up like any type of stories. Me and you could bump heads, but I don't know what you remember.
No, I remember most of it. I
don't remember most of it.
Okay.
I don't remember.
I can't open up. You don't want to open up that window. The breeze gonna come off from the window. You're gonna hear it in the mic. That's why I be slipping when I do my videos.
I remember like it would be easier for me to like pull off stories going off. How you doing?
What's going on, man?
It'd be more easier for me to pull off stories like closer related to like after like my days on DB Tanks where I met Tyrone.
Okay.
And then Jordan. It'd be easier for me to pull off stories like that.
Kind of.
Okay.
So a background story on me, I don't think we'll really do too much, honestly.
It's not a background story. I'm just asking you because you give off a little bit of information and a little because like you grow every time like throughout the years and shit. So you've been here this year through this house. You got something to say about you living over there. You remember like just anything. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just asking. So yeah, we went from Blue Hill, Shelfire Finkel. We came out here in Mount Clemens and we moved. Did we move back to the city? We moved back. Yeah.
We moved back to
Shelfire. That's right. Yeah.
To Shelfire for a while.
And then where we moved?
Shelfire. That's when we came back here in the Mount Clemens into a house that's around the corner from here.
On Bohem. I'm not gonna drop this street name though.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna drop your current street name. You don't want to tell niggas I live at.
Yeah.
That's dumb. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then we moved to where we at now. That's for sure. Okay. So moving through the list because you was first, obviously you was my brother. Started, next coming up, started with that nigga.
Yes, sir.
Your bitch ass, which was about what was it? Preschool?
Around there.
Preschool had started, something like that. What was that? 5? What was we like 5, 6? Something like that. Where was that at?
Shit, the city. I don't remember the school. Shit, that shit old.
You don't remember what school?
I remember Colin Powell. I was in Detroit. That's about it.
You don't remember when you came out here? I still remember that shit.
Came out here what? Shit, 2009 around there. Something.
You were the king?
I did, but I was still living in the city.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm pretty sure I have a yearbook still when we were kids, when we was like 6 or 7, nigga. We was in preschool together, nigga. No, that's not 7, that's like kindergarten. We was in preschool, we'd be stupid. We'd be some dumbass niggas.
I was about to
yeah, I'm like, hell no.
Niggas like, this bitch getting held back.
Man, yeah. And we grew up together. It was funny about you because that nigga, what it is about you is when that nigga was with his friends, you was like that next upcoming brother because, yeah, I got my younger brother and shit, who he is, I'm not dropping names. But he was just never close to me, but you was close to me. Even though I don't like you like that. But we close. And I fuck with you like that. Because through the years, you kept me on my toes and I kept you on yours, especially with that hooping shit. Because, I can't just let you get some dubs out here. You ass.
Yeah, he pretty ass.
You don't hoop.
I'm the
We're
coldest
not
one.
gonna jump off subject, but these niggas can't hoop.
They can't.
That's how I know he ass. Sham died, bro.
You can't even dribble the ball.
Bro, I'm the coldest at hooping.
That nigga Jason, he tried to hoop with his own, was like 8th grade and shit.
I'm the coldest at hooping, bro.
He just stopped. I feel like if you would have kept going, you'd have been like, all right.
I was cold back then. I
Straight.
didn't want to show y'all my skills.
You didn't even get picked up.
Yeah, we need another nigga on the team.
You was like the nigga that got picked up because you was friends with
I'm
him.
so trash, but broke his ankles before though. So.
Yeah, I think it was the other way around. Sir.
No.
It was definitely the other way
Where?
around. 8th grade.
Broke dog
He
ankles.
got snatched.
Trying to say I can't dribble,
Alright, bro.
but I broke his shit.
Alright.
You let him snatch your shit?
He got snatched first.
Is it true?
I don't know.
You gonna lie on camera? Listen.
I remember how he didn't give me, but it was after. It was after I snatched his shit first.
So that means it's
So because you fucked him up, you allowed him to fuck you up after that?
No,
Yeah, so you think that shit
he's
cool?
got. I don't hoop, right? I say I don't hoop.
Nah,
You went up to fuck him
once
up,
you
right?
hoop, once you hoop, you hoop.
Yeah, you do. You don't ever
It
look.
don't matter.
All right, well then I'm just the coldest. Like I was just playing with him.
That nigga ass. That nigga.
I was just playing with him.
So Tyrone, where you start up at? You said the city. Where at?
So, started out on Lakeview, between Lakeview and Coppin. Went to a school called Colton Powell Academy.
Okay.
You know,
How
there
was that?
niggas just get suspended, all types of dumb shit.
Fighting and
in
shit.
a bad environment, fighting. So got took out of here, moved to Mount Clemens.
Wait, hold on. Is that where you developed your angry personality?
Yes.
So you was in school getting mad.
Like a
Yes.
So niggas was playing with like the back of your head and shit.
Yeah, so moved out here. Then I met, Bob, which who ain't here. Then you.
Yeah. Come on.
Then him. Then Darius.
Okay.
Then Jason. And then a whole bunch of stories come after that.
Yeah, your ass ain't moving around a lot.
And not for real.
Yeah.
Stayed your ass put. Like a good little rooski.
Basic boy. Understand?
You be basic. It's
Basic bitch.
Ain't nothing wrong with being basic though. Yeah. Well, who the fuck I meet next? I ain't like you, but I met you early.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't like that nigga.
Yeah, we putting that out there. I hated Jason until he got older and
Honestly,
matured,
bro, I only
I was
hated,
gonna scrap
I
you,
only
bro.
hated
I was
you
gonna-
because I hated him.
I was gonna scrap him. Every time I walked up, he had something smart to say.
No,
about my
bro, like, what it
vehicle,
was, bro,
I had
it's
nothing
because
to do
I
with
knew
it.
I was better, so I'd be riding my bike, bro. Dog, he running his fucking mouth, and then I'd be like, alright, so I know his brother gonna say something, so I'm gonna flame his ass first.
I was really
So I just flamed Darius, and I just
Jason
like,
Johnson
I
need
don't
to
even
say
know
something to
this kid.
somebody
He
and
just
don't.
talking shit,
No, he
bro.
need to shut up. Sometimes.
bro, I'll be riding my bike, he'd come out the crib talking shit, ugly ass nigga, so fuck you, nigga. I'm gonna talk shit off my bike, but you know about that. Hell no.
Can't
My
I
whole
put the
thing
rollerblades
is-
on? You know what it was.
My whole thing is
Bro.
I'm my own person, bro, and you had an issue
Look,
with
bro,
me, you could have just said.
I just know if it was me and somebody cooking my brother, I'm cooking his ass, so I felt that you was on the same page.
I felt like I would have had to smack your chin off, bro. Like it was pissing
Well, I
me
feel
off.
like if a
You had
nigga
to catch
cooking
me
you
on the
one
bike
on one,
first.
you got it.
Yeah, but if you bend that laugh too hard, you guys gonna fall victim to the cookery.
Yeah. Cause some niggas be chucking.
Niggas laughing too hard, you gonna get your ass cooked next.
Yeah.
That's how that shit go. That's just like an unwritten law.
Yeah, if it's funny, nigga, I'm laughing. It shouldn't have been so damn funny.
Alright, you shouldn't be laughing so hard.
You ain't never lie. All right, Jason, where you come up at? All right, tell me, because I think honestly, I met Jordan before that, because I think we was in Mr. Marvin class before then. We was all in there. You was in there.
We was in off in Mr. Pollard class.
Who was on Mr. Marvin class with? It was
Me
you.
and Tyrone, that was
I was
it.
in,
Jason was in Mr. Cooper's.
So I met both of y'all in fourth
No, you
grade.
was in Mr. Marvin shit?
I was in Mr. Cooper's.
Oh yeah, he was.
I ain't never had Mr. Martin at all.
Yeah, because I went to Seminole when you had Mr. Cup, I went to Seminole.
I had Mr. Pollard.
I ain't never went to
I
school.
had Mr. Pollard twice,
Yeah, I did.
4th and 5th.
Me too, yeah.
See, I could. Me and Jason went to school. We was in like 2nd grade. Like,
Like I knew him.
No, we was all in Mr. Cooper's. Wait.
We was all
yeah,
in
5th
Mr.
grade. We
Paul
was
class.
all in that bitch.
Yeah.
in 5th grade.
Yeah, I remember. Okay, so
But I
that's,
heard her for 4th too though.
me too.
So I ain't having no classes with y'all but Jordan for real.
So that's where the timeline. Okay, so we start with you. All right, Jason, where you come up at? Like start off. I need beginning, middle, end. Where you grew up at?
Here. Beginning, middle, here.
Middle, present.
End, here.
I'm sick. This
Here,
nigga.
bro, I've never moved, what? Except one time in like 5 months, came right back, so.
Where you moved to?
Ann Arbor for a minute, like.
It's like move out there.
Had some shit going on with moms and shit, so you know.
I ain't never been to Ann Arbor. You know, my white girl in the room, but let me ask you this: how the white girls over there?
I don't know. I have a girl.
You say,
Good answer.
You got a good answer, nigga. Good answer.
Family Feud.
And there's that. Okay. All right. Who's next? Jordan. Mr. Jordan. I met you in what, 5th grade, Mr. Paulin?
Yeah. No, it was earlier than that because I knew you about being in the hood and shit because I just stayed on the hill.
Oh shit, yeah.
And when you go to the court and shit, I met Rooski.
Bro,
Rooski
you
and
got
mine at the
something
same
behind
time.
your ear, bro.
Yeah, cause remember I would never come down the street, cause you was like, bro, just come down. I was like, bro,
Down the street slap.
I was like, bro, I don't know.
Because we had like
everybody.
everybody had the field to play kickball and shit, bro.
Yeah.
So I was hit for sure. So when I went outside, them niggas was on top of they was on top of the slide of the park cooking each other and shit. Like instantly. So I was like, I was just like shit. I was new because I had just moved over here. I was living on like by my Clemens and shit. So
Yeah.
just moved over here and shit.
I was over here. Mine's down the street.
Hell yeah. Then we just all was like friends, I guess shit. Friends riding bikes and shit.
It's hot.
I don't watch this nigga bust his ass on his bike.
It
I don't
warm.
watch this nigga bust his ass on the bike. I
can't
bust
open
my
up
ass
the
on
window.
the bike.
It get warm. That's why I take my shirt off sometimes when I do my.
It get hot, man. It's hot.
It get hot because of that bitch right there. Yeah, that's heat.
Man.
That's hot. Yeah, that shit used to be fun though. Like being a kid and shit, riding bikes, doing all that shit.
Hell yeah. We had no bills to pay. They had no bills, they had no responsibilities, just like having fun and shit.
Nah, shit different. Shit different. So yeah, that's the timeline. I'm at. Okay, wait, hold on. Before I get into the next shit, y'all shout yourselves out. Starting with Darius. Give me your social media.
What's the deal? Darius, better known as Blurry on YouTube. I'm gonna make sure my brother put my my stuff to my YouTube channel up in the description or whatever. I'm gonna be making little story videos, basically not too different from what we talking about here. Well, it's gonna be a little different because I'm a little funnier. They not, but yeah. So go ahead and check me out on there. If you like what you see, give a nigga a subscribe, give him a like, say hey, hey.
Fuck is that nigga. And I will put everybody's shit up on the screen and also in the description below. Alright, Tyrone, you next. Shout yourself out.
But on the gram, shit, I got too many Instagrams. Okay,
Facts.
Well, they need your main one, because you're not popular for real. Don't nobody fuck with you. So you might as well just say the one you get the little 23 likes on.
23. No. No. Anywho, y'all can follow me at Rooski 3 times, and that's about it.
3 times?
Yeah.
So what?
3X.
3X?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Say that, because there's
People gonna know what that means.
Right.
no, some people might
That's
put
like
time
saying
in.
Then you just a complete dumbass if you don't know what 3 times
I know, you said 3
is. You gonna
times.
put that shit 3 times.
We go write 3 TIMES and then get no match. Hell,
3X. I'm gonna help the people out, bro.
3X.
Rusky, as they call you.
Yes. That's people pronounce
But that's how Siri said. She said Rusky.
Rusky, calling Red. No.
Calling Rescue.
Calling Tyrone.
No, I was like, I be having my beats on, I be at work and shit. And they be like, Rusky said to group chat, shut the fuck
I don't know
up.
how she pronounced it.
My shit say
Rusky.
my shit say fat ass.
You fat bitch. I ain't different.
I'm sick. Alright, Jason, shout yourself out.
You know what up? It's Jay.
Ask about you know who.
Ask about P.
I'm sick. Alright, Jordan.
Jordan, follow me on the gram at Big Louie. Have me on PlayStation.
You said Big Louie.
Bitch ass buzz at 2K.
Is that what he said?
Big
You said Big
Oh.
Louie.
Yeah, Big Louie.
Big Lou?
No, bitch. The fuck, small town?
No, bro, you don't ask.
Yes. Hell yeah.
I know that
You
is.
ain't
That
lying.
is.
No, bro, you
Now
don't
I'm
ask.
curious. Give me
No,
a backstory.
She too young.
At least.
Go ahead, bro. You scroll. There you go.
Don't
He said
think
keep
so.
scrolling. I'm sick as hell. Alright, I'm gonna add everybody Instagram, Snapchats, all that in the description below, so y'all check that out. So we got into the little introductions. Now I got 6 topics that I want to discuss, and this might be a little lengthy. 6 topics, they diverse, so like let's get into it. I'm gonna go last because I want these niggas to do it. So first thing we really gonna get into is because like I said, I'm interested in worldviews for
Bro,
real.
you on that tip?
It's how you view the world through your lens, your eyes, you know what I'm saying?
That's your girl,
As
bro.
he said, my shit fucked up. So we gonna see how I view this bitch. But like for real, cause you can view the world in a lot of ways. Positive, you know what I'm saying?
Text
Like
your girl.
trust the process and shit gonna get better, like rights ways, stuff like that. Or do you look at world in like, the world in like a negative way, like it ain't gonna get better. Shit fucked up, it is what it is. My girl told me that I look at the world like that. But it is what it is, cause it's me. So we gonna start with Jason, bro. How you view the world, bro? Like for real. Like what's like positive or negative? Like where do you stand on it? And I want you to get deep with that shit
I
too.
mean, I was just talking about her earlier about it, like, bro, it's like, shit is not the same, you know, like, it don't feel right to just go outside and go somewhere anymore. You can't just be like, oh, I just want to just go here and go there. Like, you can't even go nowhere and enjoy yourself.
Hell yeah.
You gotta have a motherfucking mask on. Everybody look like, bro, if you cough,
if you coughing that bitch,
somebody looks like you just pulled out a gun or something.
No, the white people look at the white people like they niggas when they start coughing.
Check this out. So I went to a wedding this year, right? And we was at the little after party and shit, and I went to do something away, and there was some lady standing there, and I literally, cause I just got done smoking and shit, so I threw something away and I coughed. Bro, I tell you, this bitch did a whole jump turn and motherfucking 360, was looking at me like I was crazy as fuck. I was like,
bro, I tried to ask this lady what her bathroom was at the mall. She ran. Swear to God, she said.
No, I coughed at the self checkout. The lady was like, fuck that, I'm going over here. I was like, damn.
When we was at 12 Oaks, yeah, it was the bathroom. I was like, excuse me, is the bathroom this way? She just ignored me, just kept going. Speed walking.
I'm gonna toss this out here. They been trying to, motherfuckers been trying to divide everybody through here for a while now. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not saying COVID not a thing, but I don't think it's as deadly as motherfuckers putting it out there. You know, they faking a whole lot of stuff. Like you could die right now and get into a car accident, but you know they go through your body and be like, oh, you got COVID. They'll say in the news you died from COVID.
Okay, here, hold that thought though. Hold that thought because I want to talk about COVID too. We gonna get back. You gotta keep your shit structured. You feel me? Like you gotta work with it. You know what I'm saying? We gonna talk about that.
Y'all talk about coughing and sickness. You know that's
Yeah. No. Oh yeah. I definitely fuck with that. All right, Jason, keep going. You said shit ain't the same. You feel like you can't have fun and shit like that. Like
I mean, like, bro, it's just like it's fucked up, bro. Like it really is. Like we can't do shit.
So do you feel like shit gonna change, or do you feel like shit gonna stay the same?
Hell no, it's just staying the same.
I don't know, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I don't know.
So you ain't optimistic about that shit at all?
Bro, I didn't even think some shit like this could happen. So it's like,
nigga, nobody thought this shit was.
But y'all look at it like this though, like in history, big like some shit like some catastrophic ass shit be happening, and then it be good ass times.
Yeah, every time in history, it do. And history
showed
this shit was supposed to happen again, actually.
History is like a big ass circle. This has already happened like 3 times.
But they talking about
like the plague.
They talking about it's supposed to get worse though. Like
what's the difference between that? I mean, this has already happened. It's going to happen again.
If we get worse, I mean, shit, we could be next. I mean, I'm not saying that if it's real or not, but it's like whether it's deadly or not.
I feel like the government trying to kill you, bro.
I mean, you know, I feel like it's been like that, but it's like
yeah, I do feel like
I just feel like the McDonald's wasn't doing it quick enough. So
I don't want to. You right? That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's Taco Bell. That's 2 a.m. shit.
I'm just
bro. I don't even.
They said, you know what? They getting fat and still living. Let's up the game. Sure.
I don't even eat fast food anymore, but like my body rejects that shit. Like, man, this is not the same anymore, bro. Like.
It's some dark shit.
And like I'm starting noticing like it ain't even just like you can't even go nowhere in the social distancing and shit. It's like
you can't do shit.
People themselves, not even that, just being out, cause I work outside. You know what I'm saying? Like I landscape and shit. So you know I'm at a lot of different people's house all the time, talking to a lot of different people, and it's like
okay.
People's attitudes is way nastier now than they was before. Like
yeah, shit is different. So you
like I don't know if it's because they might think you got COVID or.
Bro, that's politics though.
But that's just
that ain't that COVID, bro. That's politics.
No,
politics.
That's just
politics is divide, motherfuckers.
That's already. I'm not even gonna make it a race thing because it really ain't. It's even black people that's like. Attitude is worse.
Like, politics is all about is the war against rich and poor. That's what that shit is, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Poor people trying to be equal and rich people want more than what they got.
And want to put the other people down like y'all.
For sure, and it's like I don't know, bro. I just feel like honestly, I'm not saying that shit ain't about to. I feel like shit don't get worse before it get better. I just hope it don't.
Shit, nigga, this ain't worse already.
Like, shit. I mean, like. I don't know, bro. Like they giving out all this money, like, bro. They can't just keep giving people money, bro. Like, money.
Yeah, there's a price. There's a price for money.
That's what I'm saying. Either I don't know.
So when
I don't know. I feel like shit about to go up though. Like they not about to. The value of money got to be going down if they just giving us all this money, bro. They're not about to just give you money.
Well, the value of money is going down.
Like
the $1
dramatically go faster than it already was.
Let me ask you a question because I know you can take me there. Do you feel like that there's a person who could change this shit? Because you know, like a lot of people say the country, yeah. Because like a lot of people say the country is bought, sold, and paid for. Do you feel like somebody just out here doing shit like this
Yeah,
or was
I don't
it
think
really
it's
some accidental shit for real?
I don't think it's one person, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like multiple people that like run the world. You'll never know who they is, but of course, like, come on, bro. Like, you see, it was people catching Corona way before we even had it out here. You know what I'm saying? They left the country open all the way up until the last state, which was us.
Yeah.
To catch Corona, bro. Like, if you was going, you seen what happened in Italy, wherever else they had it. Like, you could have shut down the international travel, but they didn't. Until everybody caught it. So it's like, yeah, this is supposed to happen. I'm not sure why, but it was supposed to happen for sure.
And the crazy part is, like, they got, like, politics, they got all these old ass people.
That shit ain't a coincidence, like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, motherfuckers who done already lived, like, you feel me? Like, all these old motherfuckers already done lived their lives and done what they did.
That's why they're not really helping people.
And they got them determining our future. And their future is, like,
I can't wait for us to talk about that
like,
shit.
damn.
I'm gonna let your
bro,
ass get into it.
Like, that shit lame as hell,
That
bro.
shit dumb. Tyrone, alright, man. What's your how you view the world, man?
He pretty much explained it already.
Oh, your shit just like his?
It's just about. Can't do shit.
Can't do
Motherfuckers
shit.
screaming 6 feet all goddamn day.
Then you got the motherfuckers who don't wear the mask.
Right.
Them motherfuckers.
Making shit worse than what it already
Right,
is.
put that bitch on, go in there, grab what you got to go grab.
Right, bro,
Take
whether-
it back to your motherfucking house.
Like, come on, man. Like, shit is just.
Or just shop online if you ain't gonna wear no fucking mask, nigga.
That's
That's what I'm saying. Bro. I feel like people just go out and just do that shit. Like,
Yeah, they go out and be like,
Shit, them
well, I got to. You know what I'm saying? So, no, that shit blow up.
making unnecessary
Yeah, I
problems.
was
Like,
like,
bro.
this.
You put that bitch on and leave, bro. There's no reason to sit there and why do I have to wear a mask? You know why you gotta wear a fucking mask, bro.
For yourself and others.
Well,
Because
like,
everybody's immune system ain't the same.
just because the shit's
So
not
just 'cause
scaring
yours
you don't mean
somebody
everybody
else-
else ain't like terrified. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's true. Motherfuckers really scared of that shit. Like,
When your ass get sick and die.
yeah.
I mean, that's the way they put it out there, but it's like, I don't know. It just don't seem
I don't
right.
know.
At the same time, I feel like it's also keeping people exactly how they want them to be.
Exactly,
They
yeah.
want
It's
you to be
it's a
caged
control
down.
thing, bro.
Yes.
Control.
I don't think you die from it, me personally.
Me personally, like I said, I had got really sick at the beginning of last year, and I felt
I
like
got
that
really
was the
sick too,
COVID.
bro.
No,
So
no,
I couldn't do
I
it.
got
and
really
I
sick at the
ended up
beginning
getting
of
over
last
it. It
year
was a
too, bro.
sickness that I thought I was gonna die from, so I'm pretty sure people
Exactly,
that was
I
older,
was
people
sick
with
for a
weaker
whole
immune
week.
systems would have died, and they have died from it.
I'm-
I think that itself was the COVID.
No, I
I'll
think
be completely
me
honest
personally, I
with
think it's an add-on. Me personally, you know how to see like old people die. I think it's already like they already got shit. Like say they got like pancreatic cancer. I think
Well, I gotta-
COVID just add on to the bullshit they
whatever.
already got, and
Yeah,
they just say they
and
got.
Cause I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
if you catch COVID, nigga, that shit hell. Cause
Exactly.
I got tested, I'm fine now, but I got tested, nigga. When I had that shit, nigga, you feel like you're dying in this bitch. Like,
so I'm saying, and most older people probably did
Right,
die.
because if you not young like me, you think you gonna fight that shit? Nigga, them night sweats, nigga, bro,
Right.
hell no.
Put the other health
Hell
issues
no.
on top of
If
it.
you already kicking the
I couldn't
bucket,
even get myself out of bed. It was like a sickness
That's
that
all
I
you
never
need.
caught before. So I mean,
But
yeah,
this is why I don't think that it was like an actual like.
it was man.
I don't think it was like, let's say like a disease. I think they was like poisoning people.
This is
Because if COVID was so uncontrollable as you would say it is, look how old the president is. You would think if he caught it, he tested positive. You would think he would die, right?
yeah, you would
Think
think
he would die, right?
they have a cure for that, of course.
All the
You know what I'm
older
saying?
powerful
Take
people ain't died from COVID. They
Never
caught it, blah blah blah. That's why I just don't think that is like a real thing to a certain extent. I'm not saying it's fake. 'Cause I know people's families have been.
So you feel like it's something else, like
I don't. Yeah, like I don't feel like it's like a. Oh, he got like I'm gonna give you COVID type shit. I feel like they was poisoning people.
Yeah, okay. That
Cause
does
like
make sense.
really, bro, nobody really knows where the food you eat come from. Whether you buy that shit at the store or whether you go buy it at a restaurant.
You wanna know what's funny?
You don't see what happened in the meat packing factories and none of that shit.
Me and my mom was talking about this, like when COVID got like out for real, like a bunch of people at this meat factory caught COVID, and like the owners was like, all right, we gonna do this little bet, like to see like which side of the building gonna catch Corona first. That's a big meat packing industry that's sending all over the country. They was sending meat, so you want niggas getting sick everywhere.
That's what I'm saying.
From what? That motherfucking meat.
Yeah,
So like
it's poisoning people.
poisoning motherfuckers do that shit. That shit wrong. That shit's something else. But yeah, I do feel that. I feel like
It's
People-
a corporation like
People, and then they even tried to make it like a China thing, like, bro, they got less cases than we do.
Oh God.
And they the ones
that's where the shit supposedly came from.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
what
heard they got a cure for
they got less cases.
Man, you know their technology was way more advanced than our shit.
Our shit
Damn
still
right.
running. Our train trace still running on railroads. That shit running on magnets. They on a whole nother level.
America ain't shit.
They on a whole nother level.
This is not it. All right, so we got Tyrone Worldview. Darius, how you view the world? Because they took it over here. They talked about what they can and can't do, but like Worldview, how do you view shit happening? Do you view like the world like, okay, was the world made like this? Do you feel like we're here for a reason? Like, do you feel like shit here happens in a sequence? Like, how do you view
like
shit coming together? Like everything as like a
I
whole.
just said right there, I keep the Jesus piece around my neck all the time. I feel like everything has a start in the beginning, and all this was already planned.
Okay.
You know, it ain't no question. The government already really do got an agenda on niggas. I mean, and to be honest with you, it's no different than how shit go in nature. You know, cat gonna always eat the mouse. Mouse being poor people. Poor gonna always have to stay under because that's the way they setting it up for them.
Yeah,
People are too lazy and they don't really give a fuck about it. You know, you too worried about chasing this next check instead of worrying about where it's even coming from. What's really getting took from you, them taxes. Where those taxes are really going. You think your taxes are going to help motherfuckers? Show me the people that they helping.
They ain't going on these roads.
Cause they ain't helping me, they ain't helping them potholes, all that shit. All this shit is just made to make you feel. And on top of that is the shit, the food you eat, fucking you up more. Take your ass to the hospital, but hey, you don't got no type of health care.
You dicing up, keep going.
So,
you dicing up the way I wanted you to.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you though. Me as a person, I'm like a dreamer, so I'm already under the law in my head that this world is very temporary and I'm not gonna be here forever.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, I'm not really against wearing masks, but I'm also a very forgetful person. I'll forget to wear a mask and not feel the need to go put on the mask unless I can't go in there. It's not that I don't care about it or I'm not against it, but hey, if Jesus got you like he got me, you really don't need to worry about what's going on.
Honestly, I wore a mask
Because like I said,
still got
everything has a
COVID.
start in the beginning, and if I was meant to die here, then I'm gonna die here. That's
Oh God.
not because I went and caught COVID. That's because my time was up. You know, that's just kind of how I view the world. But I try to see the brighter side of people, even if they're like angry, because simply because you run into somebody with a fucked up attitude don't mean that they like that at all. But first impressions are everything with people, so I try to look past first impressions.
Okay.
You know.
I do look at first impressions. Like let's say I got a girl and she come at me kind of. Remember how Reagan? Gotta cut that out. Remember how that one bitch from that one football game was acting? Yeah, no.
Nah,
First impression.
type you just gotta cut into. They fall in line.
I wasn't even in the mood. I was tired. Fuck that.
Why you have to cut into a feet? I don't know. That's just weird.
No, I'm just saying, like, if she get, bro, like, I don't do like that play hard to get. Like, cause that whole shit.
Like, I'm not gonna cut into you, bro. If you play hard to get, then
You ain't gonna cut into it, basically. You ain't gonna talk to me crazy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
You
lie,
ain't
bro.
gonna talk to me.
You're not gonna talk to me, though.
Just because you think you're a female, you got them type of rights, you got me up, so fucked up.
I completely understand. Yeah, no, I'm not. No, I'm good. It wasn't my bitch to begin with, so it's like.
I mean, it don't even matter at that point.
It don't. Hell no. That bitch ain't text me once. Why you ain't hit me up? Fuck this. No. All right. So yeah, keep going. You had some more?
No, to be honest with you, I mean, so like I said, I'm kind of a dreamer. I kind of keep it up in my head. That's another reason y'all check out my channel. I'm making some stupid ass stories, so you know, look out for it.
Yeah. Really check your shit out.
Just doing some early plugging, cause you know, why not? Might as well come get to know your boy.
You always gotta plug yourself. All right. Good shit. All right, Jordan. How you dice it up? Because like I said, Tyrone and Jason, they went over here with it. They was just telling you, all right, they see the world is pretty fucked up right now. You know what I'm saying? You really can't do nothing. And then Darius was like, all right, I see the world as this, people fucking us over, this. He took the worldview where I wanted you to take it. They kind of went at a little, you know, they dived into it, but they ain't dived deeper how Darius did. I want you to dive deeper than Darius did.
See, what I believe is the worldview. Our worldview is based off of the view of other people. Pretty much our perceptions of other things that we don't know. You've never been to Antarctica, have you?
Nope.
Me either. So how the fuck do we know the glaciers are melting? Because the people on social media tell us that shit that's being told to us, and nobody really knows shit. Y'all just, it's just he say, she say. And that's a lot what history is too. Why the fuck are they still teaching that Columbus founded America if you can go on fucking Facebook or wherever the fuck and see actual live documentation of how he did not find America first, how he came and did this and that. Like, we know that shit, but like my little brother don't know that shit. My little brother don't know stuff like that, cause they teaching them different shit in school, and that's what a lot of it is. Like we being taught certain shit, racism. That shit is taught. All types of like all that segregation shit. That shit was taught, bro. Everything is taught. So I think our perception of the world, like, we may not know. Deaf, we don't know. You can't tell me how you can't tell me how deaf is, right? You don't know, and that's why we scared. That's why people fear shit. They fear shit they don't understand. That's why I think I don't fear shit I don't understand. It's just I just know while I'm here, I feel like my purpose is make people laugh, enjoy the people. I feel like we're all here for a purpose, which is kind of like, it's kind of like your destiny. So it's like him for like going into what he said. You either here, you here for a certain amount of time to complete a certain mission. Once your mission is complete, and once I feel like you've done with your purpose, you've already established your purpose, and you've done with your purpose, then the Lord will call you home. That's how I look at it. That's how I feel,
So you feel like that these people out here just show us this information and they make us believe it because again, who else you gonna get it from?
These people being the government, educational system, all shit like this. Like all types, like even just the world period, like why the fuck did they just do for the fucking New Year's? They just had the first millionaire thing where they just gave $1 million to some random ass people, and all 4 of the families that qualified were in big ass houses already.
Why the fuck you giving $1 million to a nigga
who already got probably tenfold of that? Why the fuck wasn't they motherfuckers? Why the fuck wasn't they sitting there with people who was sitting on the street get that motherfucking $1 million? And then you can't really blame them because like this, you can't give a crackhead $1 million. What the fuck they gonna buy with it?
That's true. Correct. You make a good point.
So it's like just look how the world works. Like the world is turning into what the fuck they wanted it to turn into. The world is just exactly how they wanted it to be. The broke is broken, the rich is rich. Now that they had Trump in there, and I'm not gonna say necessarily him, but he looked out for the rich folks rather than the poor people. Gave us the scraps and gave rich folks. He gave us quick money. That stimulus and shit, yeah. He gave me $2,000, whatever the fuck. How much money have them rich people made by not paying taxes? Not paying taxes or barely paying taxes. Shit like that. Like money's not distributed equally, and because money's not distributed equally, and it's all fucking, it's either dirty money or stolen money or it's not clean money.
Okay.
The value that also makes the value of money go down. Cause like what the fuck? I don't even get me started on the whole Black Lives Matter movement shit because. Like, it's people out here, it's motherfuckers dying for motherfucking parking tickets, shit like that. Like, it's like dumbass
shit like that.
And then, but it's motherfucking kids who's going to school shooting up children with AK-47s and shit like that. And they're walking out that bitch. There's no shoot to kill.
They're psychologically not there.
You know what I mean?
Because you brown, you don't have,
It's not shoot to kill for a certain group of people, but it is for another group. That's just how the world works, I guess. That's just how the view of the world is to me.
I definitely fuck with how you and Darius, especially you, for real. You really dice that shit up. And I'm gonna take that bitch and I'm gonna go completely over here with that. So, I view the world like this. Yeah, I believe in God and all this, but niggas might look at me differently. But I've been really thinking about this lately. Out of everything on this planet, out of everybody, we don't make sense. We really don't make. You got all these animals that can defend themselves and eat and thrive in an environment before the atmosphere was created perfectly for who? Us, right? So how did the atmosphere just perfectly? Okay, you got the asteroids and all that, but maybe what if somebody else was like, all right, well, that planet got some scary shit on it. Obviously, the organism we're making, right? Can't thrive on that. We couldn't even breathe down there, and we know that probably because we've been down there, right? So I'm thinking to me, right, that there was another terrestrial came down and was like, damn, all right, they knew the asteroid hit because if they that advanced, they would know some shit coming, a meteor shower coming. They would stop and be like, damn, perfect for this little tiny, soft, you know what I'm saying, fleshy, fucking what's up?
Well, there wasn't more advanced civilized. Whether you want to call it people or aliens that came, and it shows in the Egyptian, like in that they were a whole tribe of people with their cities lost under the oceans that are supposedly unexplored.
That's probably who, because like I'm gonna be honest.
Friend, he's not here, but we got a theory. we ain't even from this planet, period.
I don't
Well, to be honest with you, we're not from this planet.
You know, I was thinking that shit too. I was just, who was that?
Y'all know all the pyramids.
talking about that shit. Yeah. That's why I was like, say that shit. We're gonna get into that. Nigga, the sending shit about the electoral. We gonna break that shit down here, like for real.
They were.
That's why I didn't really everybody in
like
shit.
technology.
We believe that
they were a lot
the
more
pyramids is
advanced
used
than
as
what we are.
beacons to
They-
contact.
You said what?
Like, you know what I'm saying? The pyramids is used as beacons to contact, you know, where we really come from. It's like, bro, I know we talk about this all the time, like, how did they make the pyramids, bro? Look how perfectly
Yeah.
How did they make?
was. Supposedly we didn't have the technology.
They were a lot more.
Why do we
There's
have
no
a
way.
brain?
There's no way you had the strength. They so perfect, bro. Like perfect.
Yeah,
My thing
Like,
is
bro.
like, how come? Okay, so like,
They
look at an
supposedly
animal,
man-made,
right? Look at an
with
animal.
no tools, brute strength. Like, come on, bro. You know how strong you would have to be to move that shit. Like, let's just be real.
Even
Bro.
putting all those people that said like you wouldn't have got that, and even if you did, there's no way you would have got a perfect pyramid.
Even that high,
Yeah,
that high. Imagine how heavy that shit is and how high, how many men you would have to carry it.
Yeah, you think a couple whips got that?
And then imagine how long, because them bitches be thick as hell.
Them bitches thick.
And
The
them
pyramids
and
is
them hieroglyphics too.
I'm gonna be
it's
honest.
high,
They
bro.
be having them bitches, they be having hieroglyphics all
They
over the place.
believe
in them
they
bitches.
was-
I thought about that when I was talking to my girl. I said, all right, I was like, make it make sense. I was like, okay, so when the first people got here, you know what I'm saying, it was a couple motherfuckers, right? And then, you know, the continent broke apart. What if aliens was like, all right, we're gonna drop off people with the different demographics. We're creating randomized, because like, look at our faces and our body features were a lot different.
So what I think is, this is what I think.
Okay.
You know how, I'm gonna just use bears as an example. We got grizzly bears, we got black bears, we got polar bears. They all came from the same species of bear, they just adapted to the environment around them. And I feel like we, you know what I'm saying, as people, we just adapted to different parts of the planet that we was living on. So like, that's why you got whiter people, you got darker people, medium brown people. I mean,
See,
aside from the fact that us having mixed, you know what
I
I'm
like
saying,
that,
aside-
but-
Why it's mixed these days is because
but you know what I'm saying?
But
like,
explain all types of people though,
We
because
talking
again,
like race.
adapt. But our features are, like I said, different. You don't think they was like, all right, we making these things. We've been making them for a minute.
Well, yeah, that's like when you say features, that's just gonna go in genetics. We never gonna be the same. That's just genetics.
So who? I'm saying, okay,
you
so
talking about like who's the original?
who's the? Because they said a lot of motherfuckers was here and they just broke up. They didn't just make. How you just make one motherfucker and then another motherfucker just
Okay.
pop up out of nowhere? No, y'all had to drop a bunch of motherfuckers here and they were like, where the fuck we at? All right, y'all just here. We're leaving y'all.
And that's why. Well, that's like that's supposed to be Adam and Eve, really. That's really what's supposed to be.
Yes,
That's
but
what I
okay.
listen to. They were.
Who made Adam and Eve? That's
religion.
That's religion.
That's what
So
I'm saying.
you believe, because I take it
So what if you
somewhere.
don't believe in that then?
I know. I'm just saying. you
I
know,
believe it,
that's
but
what they
my
was
saying
saying.
that-
Let's say if you don't, most people that don't tend. I'm not saying you do your own thing. You free to do your own thing. But let's say you don't. Most people that don't believe in religion, they tend to lean on science. But there's most things that happen in today that scientists to this day still can't explain.
But okay, but so
That-
God
that
can
can't be-
explain that. That's what I'm saying. So if science can't explain it, religion can explain it.
Yeah, but a lot of people
Religion
don't
is
take the
man-made.
time to read the Bible. Like a lot of people think that you die and then you go into heaven. But in reality, God said he'll come down and bring heaven on earth. Heaven isn't meant for humans, which is why, but you see people all day again on social media, going back to what Jordan was saying. You just get what you read off social media, and it's a lot of fake people. It's that written in the Bible.
But how do you like? Okay, so about the information you given, how you know? All right, so if we were made, let's say we were made by aliens, and we can only use so much of our brain too, which I absolutely don't make no sense. Why can only we use a certain percentage? Who blocked that other percentage off? Why are humans made like that?
And I thought, I ain't gonna lie, I brought that shit up today about regeneration. Like, I drilled a fat hole in my fucking finger 2 weeks ago. Today. 2 weeks ago, I drilled a fucking hole. No, it'll be almost 3 weeks Monday. I drilled a hole in my finger. I can see through my finger. Now I can't. Like, where does where in time did they find? Oh, humans can regenerate. Humans had a type of regeneration. Like, nobody, I didn't learn when that shit was founded. You know what I mean? Like, shit like that. Why the fuck did they say we evolved from apes if there are still apes?
I And there's old I don't find true at all.
We are entirely
you know what I mean?
different
So what's
species.
like what different environment? Like what about you saying the environment? So which environment would those certain amount of apes in, and how could it all like you know what I mean? How? Who founded English? Who founded numbers?
Who did all? It had to be somebody.
You know what I mean?
Because simply, how can an organism just poof up and just thrive in this environment? Like, how did y'all even? Because the atmosphere. Remember, we couldn't survive in this bitch. Who knew it was just so perfect? And how did we just come about? Because okay, if God and shit exists like that, where was that nigga when the dinosaurs were here? He wasn't walking around with flip flops on. Where was he at then? Somebody had to be like, damn, dog, you get your ass ate up. Fleshy, can't protect myself. Weak. Now, shit fine. You want sunshine. Humans, here you go. That's my worldview. I view shit like they allow us to do so much. They allow us to learn so much. They tell us shit. Because remember, just like as you're a baby, you really gonna go off of what you learned, what somebody else told you.
Bro, I feel like things are blocked off, but at the same time,
if we knew everything, we wouldn't be here.
If we legit knew everything, bro,
we wouldn't be here.
We wouldn't be
killed. Promise.
That shit is.
I'm not talking about just us. I'm talking about just everybody, bro.
You see how they
people would lose their fucking mind, bro.
If they really knew what happened.
Like yes, bro. Like
if they really
it's like a saying. It's like a person is smart, but people is dumb.
People are stupid.
But look though, so that's like going into
a person can know something, but once you hear it from so many different people,
true,
a different way, because everybody gonna tell it different. You gonna start to think of it different.
Think of it different.
And then you gonna
You
start to
can't
believe
think about
different.
what you can't see. Cause think about
And then
this.
it's easy to become misleading.
Whether you believe it or not, and it's not written anywhere, and nobody else could tell you. There's no joke that this world is tied into a whole lot of different worlds. When I say that, it could be as taken as far as how animal life isn't really connected to us until we interfere with it. That's a whole different world of stuff. Germs, something we can't see. But just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Everybody in here can agree to a certain extent that they fight demons. But can anybody see demons? But you all feel them, right?
Yes.
Okay.
True.
Okay.
I like that. All right, hold on, because we've been on that a little bit. Let me sway different. We got a couple more topics.
I just want to cover.
All right, go ahead.
Alongside with the demons, anybody that sat there and closed their eyes and prayed can also agree. For whatever reason, when you open your eyes, it is a completely different feeling than if you just closed your eyes for 15 seconds. So you know his presence is there. You know he's there.
He's listening for sure.
He's listening. He hears you.
Who's listening? That's the question.
Well, everybody.
Just because you refer him, listen. Just because we don't know his name, he knows that we calling him God. He knows, which is why you pray when you say, "Well, thank you, God." He knows you're referring to him, even though you may not have his name. He knows who you're referring to because you feel it in his
kind of like
heart.
a name, like a nickname. That's
You're not allowed to say.
You don't need to have his actual. Yeah.
What if we claim God? And I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna leave it here. But what if we claim God as the creator when really God is not the creator? People just claim him. He was like, "Oh, you're the creator here. I'm dropping you off. You are almighty powerful." They're really praying to me because I created you. I am the creator. So what if we pray, but we're not calling on God, his disciple, the dude he left here, we're calling upon him. But because maybe he's not human, he can't really come down and really help us.
Well, he can't. First, you have to know that God doesn't, he doesn't even exist within time itself. Therefore, he can't help anything that's going on in time. It's already been written. It's already, like I said, you already had your start, and you already have your end.
True.
It's already set.
Okay. All right.
That's just my take on it.
Okay, I fuck with that conversation.
I fuck with the conversation. I really do. You gotta really dice that shit. We gonna do this a whole lot more, hopefully. All right. So next up, let's really get to talk about this because this shit is really gonna happen later on this year. Probably coming up and probably it's gonna impact a lot of shit. You ain't gonna be able to do a lot of shit without taking it. Let's talk about the vaccine. How y'all fucking with this vaccine?
Not taking it.
Not taking
Me
it.
personally, with the vaccine,
Nope.
that whole thing that I think that's just video purpose. like that old freaking bugging out.
No. That was just a joke.
Yeah,
About that,
but
yeah,
vaccine wise, I feel like vaccines are just like, say you take the flu shot.
Yeah.
You gonna get the flu shot. The flu shot gives you the flu, so it teaches your body to fight it off. I'm not gonna
give you that.
It don't make sense.
Yeah, you're not.
Cause what if I get it, I can't fight it, then I die? Now they gonna find out. Oh,
Yeah, I don't think.
and that shit don't work. Cause you gotta test 100 motherfuckers. You learn this. You gotta line 100 motherfuckers up and test them, cause everything gonna have a side effect or something. So you gotta figure out the side effect.
But no, but like though, I don't think they inject you with enough of the shit that can kill you. I think they inject you with just enough for your body to fight it off.
So you talking about like something like a tetanus shot type shit?
Like the flu shot is the flu shot is literally them injecting you with the flu, but just as a small dose to get your body used to if you caught the flu. Like it's good for motherfuckers who already had COVID because their body already kind of used to fighting this shit off anyway. So they get.
So where did this new strain come
shit's
from?
not gonna be shit.
Strain?
They saying it's a new strain that's out now.
Yeah, it's some new shit. And it says like it
It's a
spreads
new
70% more than the COVID, but.
What the fuck?
Well, we already know what they're going to do.
It just came
a
out.
vaccine for that.
And they said no. They said the vaccine that they just came out with does not work against this new strain. Now explain that. Now if this new strain just so happened to start killing young motherfuckers, then you know it's the government.
Then you know it's the government trying to do some
I already
population
know it's the
control type of
government
shit.
fucking doing it. This isn't the first time they pulled some shit. They was the one issuing out cracks, which developed the first set of crackheads. They leave these people all fucked up and they leave them out in the street. Then they give people all these fake jobs. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, I'll probably get a lot of heat from this. I don't think being a therapist is a real job.
You think telling somebody?
I don't think. Okay, hold on.
Everybody is different and they own set of views, and you can't read a book explaining how to deal with people.
Yeah,
I don't care how much studying you do.
I'm there with you because I feel like if you don't have like that thing in you that you just want to help people and you experience shit and you want to give people like you know some shit, I feel like you just not qualified for that. Like you're just like that. Like I want to be a therapist.
Teaching is one thing,
Go ahead,
Jordan. Go ahead.
I look at therapy as like, if you're gonna be a therapist, you can't go into therapy looking at it as like a job. You know what I mean? Because like certain people, like doctors, you can't go into being a doctor looking as a job. Like damn, I gotta go to work. Like it's a job.
Yeah.
Like it's a career and it's a part of the world that is important.
It's needed.
I feel like I mean, so like therapy is literally you need therapy. Like some people like I don't need like me. Niggas like me, they just deal with shit because they know I'm dealing with shit. Other people can't deal with shit. So therapy should be something looked at as like a prerogative, like a.
So instead of like something that's like a necessity, it's like really a need for it. Like
So you're saying it's basically you think it's
so like when it snows, you need motherfuckers who's gonna go out and salt the streets. Otherwise, motherfuckers gonna be sliding, crashing and shit all over the time.
Okay, so basically
shit like that.
For some people that can't.
It should be labeled as important. Yeah.
I agree with what he's saying with that, but I mean the type of therapist that just sit there and talk to you because you had a bad day.
But that's some motherfucker that's like
they can't cope with themselves.
To me,
because everybody goes through a lot of traumatizing things, different shit.
Yeah, so everybody's
completely
different.
way,
That's why I was
mean?
specifying a certain topic of you telling you about yourself. If I could sit here and tell you about yourself, then you can function as a person well enough to take this information and do what you will with it.
All right.
I'm not saying the serious. I completely agree with that.
Right.
Some people can't. Like into that, yes, you do need therapy, but.
All right, but I'm gonna stress this conversation because therapy goes along with the next topic we're gonna talk about. But I just want to touch on the vaccine because when I talked about it, but I'll let y'all talk about it. But I ain't talk about it. I probably wouldn't take that shit no way. I know I had COVID, but I'm cool because like in me, I've been watching like a lot of podcasts, comedians and shit. They be talking about if you ain't, because you know how motherfuckers. Because my job, like for instance, they talk about I gotta have a flu shot just so I can work there. What if they be like, you gotta have a COVID vaccine? Fucking if you can't work, I'm not working there. Fuck that. Or they be like, oh, you can't be on this flight or you can't be in this building because you ain't had a shot. What if it's like that then? Like, what's really going on?
They're talking about making camps. No, they're talking about
you
making
need like a health passport, something like that. Like you pull it up on your phone and tell them if you got this shit.
They're talking about starting camps and putting people in. Now, if they do that, that's another restart of history right there. Putting people into camps.
Kind of trick.
Yeah, that's
well, I guess that's gonna be the end of me.
Yeah. All right, so
I'm dying at that camp.
You ain't never lied to that.
I'm dying at that camp.
I would not start.
I don't care, bro. I'm not taking no back. I'm not about to let you inject me with some poison, bro.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. You keep that for yourself.
So we talked about the therapist and shit, and the therapists go along with this too because I know more than ever in 2020, this shit hit me harder. Mental health, for real. My mental health was bad. So let's dive into that. How do y'all really feel about mental health? Like, because I was uneducated about the shit. When I mean uneducated, I mean unexperienced. Because, like, I didn't experience it. I thought shit wasn't real. Depression, anxiety, shit like that. Like, it wasn't on my radar because I thought it wasn't important because I didn't have it. So then when I got it, shit was like...
Well, to me, it was kind of really heavy on myself, to be honest with you. I kind of always dealt with depression in a certain type of way because I kind of felt like I didn't really dig in. And like this is kind of why I wanted to start to push YouTube a little bit more so I could kind of put a little bit of myself out there. But that shit really took a toll on me when I lost my nephew. Like that's when I realized there was different stages to the depression. Things that I myself couldn't control even if I told myself I could do better at it. It started to get to the point where time itself would even seem like an illusion. I would have a conversation that felt like yesterday, but then a whole weekend went by. And it's shit's scary when you dive into that fucking, I'm gonna call that shit like endless time loop, to be honest with you, because you like I ducked my head in there like I want to say around 17. I'm about to be 23 and it still ain't hit me. That I'm about to be 23.
Is it just me or is it you like you're stuck in time? Because when I was
in
depression, I was telling Tyrone, I was like I would go days like think about how much time, like how many times you look at your phone, you be like, I know what time it is. It's time, it's this and that. Nigga, I lost track of time where I would get up, nigga, the day will go past and I look up at the clock one time, it's 7 o'clock at night. Where the fuck my day, like, and then you just walk around, I pace back, I still do it now. If you catch me, I do it, I pace back and forth and don't do nothing. So
you too busy stuck up here.
Stuck up here, like to get shit really going. It felt like my brain was like really like, it was clouded. But then like when you really get that motivation to move on, like you gotta start with it slow. Because I thought too that with depression, anxiety, and all of that shit, I thought after you deal with it, like you done, you're gonna be happy, shit gonna be straight. No, that shit you could be down, something could put you way down under. And my problem was I got put down, I got under, then I got under that, and then I was just done. And that's when I stopped talking to y'all niggas. That's when that shit was for real. I was like, yo, I need to get me right. I can't even talk to niggas right now. And I, like, still from this problem, still that shit, I have a hard problem, like, and you know this, I don't have a hard time talking to no fucking body. Now I'm hesitant to talk to motherfuckers. I'm like, shit like, or I'm like, I probably shouldn't say, like, shit like, that ain't Marvin. You know what I mean? What the fuck is that shit? Is real different.
Like start to change your personality as a whole. Like when we had the New Year's party, it was a really ugly side to me that came out that most people ain't speak on.
You want to get drunk?
But yeah, they you know they say your true self come out when you drunk, and I'm not saying that's always the truth, but there is splashes of you that do come out when you drunk.
Oh no, I agree.
That is the truth. So,
I agree. Well, I recently just like I touched on that shit. Like I'm glad you talk about depression and shit like that because. I know I was living on 23 and shit. I was going through some shit because I moved away. I moved away all the way to 23. It's not really that far, but it's like a whole other area for me. And I ain't have no whip. I was working at a factory and we just graduated and shit. I seen y'all niggas going to school and shit like that. And that's what we always talked about, going to school together and shit like that. And I was in a situation where that just wasn't the case for me. I was gonna go try to hoop and shit, and that just wasn't. You know, I didn't have the support system that I was going to jail. Like me, you know, Jason know. With me, I was going to shit with my mom, like fat, like bad shit, like my mom put me out the house and shit like that, all that crazy. I was going through a lot of shit with my mom, so I started fucking with my pops, and you know, I was going through 23. But like, I ain't gonna lie, like I overcame depression when I moved back out here. Got me my first whip, started working and shit. I was working at Burger King. It was a little quick job I was working at and shit. Got me a whip, you know, it was up, but it was like, even knowing you get up, some shit can still bring you right back down. So like, I wouldn't say I'm depressed now, but I'm in a situation now I don't got a whip because I crashed my shit. I'm working at a job, my girl's on me back and forth and shit like that. I'm not a nigga that asks for shit. I want to get my own shit and go make moves and do shit this on my own and shit like that. Like, that's how I like to move, you know what I mean? Sometimes I like being by myself. That's how I get when I'm feeling like I ain't doing, I feel like I ain't did enough. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of bum ass niggas in my family. Like a lot of bum ass niggas. Like I'm the first nigga in my family to go to college type shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, when I see that shit, I'm just like, man, like I'm not trying to be like none of them niggas, because the example I got in front of me is a bunch of couch sleeping ass niggas. That's all. That's the examples I have displayed in front of me. So, but I got the drive, and I know I have the determination to do way more than that. I'm not trying to be no drunk alcoholic. Smoke weed and shit like that because it make it feel good. You know what I mean? Like weed slap for real.
Let me ask you a question. When you was in your depression, was it better when your friends was there for like not on some gay shit? Like sometimes niggas be down, bro. You holler at your man, it's like, yeah, bro.
But yeah, like having y'all niggas was better because like I didn't have a whip, so I didn't come. So that's when when I broke off from the group too. So like every time when you get into these depressions, it's like that for real, like you want to be by yourself.
It's like a break off.
But like when you real shit though, like when you get like you want to break off from the group, because it's like it's not like I don't know that y'all my niggas and shit like that. I know y'all would like try to beat a nigga down and shit like that, but it's just you're not comfortable with yourself. So how could you feel comfortable with other people being around you? I respect that. So like after that shit, like I ain't gonna lie, real shit, like that's when I started gaining a bunch of weight and shit. I got real big and shit because I was just working and eating and chilling and eating, whatever the fuck. I moved back out to my Clemens and shit like that. Some shit happened out 23 miles. Got kicked off that bitch. Then my life, I feel like my life started all over again. So got me a little job, started making some cheese. I got hella cheese now these days. But like bro, the one thing that made me get out of my depression was I literally looked at this shit and I said, you know what, bro? I said, honestly, I really don't give a fuck about what people think about me, bro. And I really sat there and I was like, real shit, like, I don't give a fuck about what people think about me. So I don't it don't fucking matter, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, it only matters about what the fuck I think about myself. Because your words can't hurt me. I can only hurt myself off your words. That's how I look at shit like that. And also I look at, like, life, like, I will never let somebody make decisions for me in my life. Especially someone who's super older than me, because those people tend to try to live their life through young people. Somebody's mom I know does that shit, and I hate that shit so much. And like I tell my girl about it and shit like that, and like this is how that shit is. Like people try to live their life through other people, so I just feel like I will control my own destiny. I control do what the fuck I want to do. If I want to go spend $1,200 on a fucking phone, if I know I can do it, I'll do that. You know what I mean? That shit that you just gotta do. I tell that to everybody, bro. Follow your own. That's your life. Do what you want to do, bro.
So coming from you, do you feel like a lot more people should really look at mental health, like depression, anxiety, shit?
Way more serious, way more serious because it's only serious when it's like
when it happened to you.
When it happens to you, bro. Like it's only like you may think like, man, I'll never be depressed. I'll never, man. That shit
I used to think, yeah.
Nah, bro. Like that shit will hit your ass because the way the world works, bro. Like it doesn't matter how you move. You can't stop yourself from something happening. And you can't stop something from happening to you. You can't stop that shit. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna fucking happen no matter how careful you move, bro.
No doubt.
And some of this shit, sometimes the shit is genetic. Like sometimes depression, that shit can literally be genetic.
True.
You know what I mean? Anxiety, that's anxiety and all that shit. All that shit can be genetic, bro. That shit can be passed down.
Hereditary.
That's good to hear that coming from you, for real.
Real shit, bro.
Tyrone, I want to hear it coming from you and you and Jason, but starting with you first because I know you a nigga. Don't show no emotion, all this and that.
I don't show no. I take depression a different way.
Okay,
like,
so how do you take it?
I take it like family. Like I have family depression, but I ain't really had like self-depression myself. I just go through a lot of shit with family. I'm not the type of person. I don't show emotion because I'm just not the type of person. I take my depression and I turn to anger and I give off negative energy, and that's a problem that I'm currently overcoming. I'm trying to stop taking. I have negative thoughts, all shit like that, all the time. So I'm trying to start waking up every day having positive thoughts, moving myself in a positive direction. Because I know if I keep going negative, I'm only going backwards and not going forward. Because ain't nobody gonna help you do what you need to do.
Hell no.
That's so. And you know what? You actually just told us why you be mad all the time. We now know why you be mad. You haven't.
You do be a mad motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie.
You was like family stuff be making me mad, and I put my depression on anger, and so that's why you just told us why you be mad.
I'm not a person that cry. I take mine as a different way.
I feel it. What about you, Jason? Because now we know why Tyrone just be mad all the time. So, how do you feel about that nigga over there?
That nigga was in his text.
Message. You good? Mia straight?
You right, bro.
You just shut down.
You shut down with the conversation. Are you good?
Y'all arguing?
Kind of.
Yeah.
What?
How do you feel about mental health? Do you feel like it's some shit people should really be like not like looking out for, but not looking out for is trying to get it, but like being aware and like have you had experience with like depression, anxiety, shit like that?
No, it's definitely something you take serious. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta make sure you happy before anything. You know what I'm saying? You can't be making other people happy if you're not happy. You know what I'm saying? It just don't work like that. It's just that simple. Like you ain't taking care of yourself. How can you take care of somebody else or something like that?
Right.
You always gotta put yourself first, because at the end of the day, you only got you. When you die, who in the casket? You or you and that person or whoever else or whoever was judging you, wherever else. You know what I'm saying? You gotta live your life for you, bro. I can get hit by a bus tomorrow.
True.
Happy just like that. Who died? Me or you? Me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like,
Facts. Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Mental health is like, it's a serious thing. You know what I'm saying? You should really take it serious, bro, because, like I said, your personal health is wealth. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure you straight.
Yeah, your health is your money, bro. If you ain't healthy, first of all, you can't even make your money. So, no, I definitely feel okay. Yeah, that's I like y'all. I like y'all answers from that. That's I got something different. I ain't expect that out of Jordan, but I really ain't expect that out of you. I expect that out of Darius though, because I know he can get there. But I really ain't expect you to touch on that and talk and tell us about yourself.
Smoking, bro. Niggas get high and niggas want to talk shit. Fuck it.
It be like that. All right. So I got about 3 more topics. I might, cause my camera battery getting like kind of long. I don't want it to die while I was closing this bitch out. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip the relationship part. We just not gonna talk about that. We got females, and let's just probably not. I would want to, but
If you want to touch on my girl,
we gonna touch on that differently.
if you want my girl to watch this, well, she gonna watch it, cause she gonna want to know what the fuck I'm talking about. So fuck it.
You said some shit like where people gonna be like, I fuck with you, cause I was sitting over here like, all right.
I'm just saying, bro.
You
I sit there, you know, we
weed.
can say for because I can
This
sit
is
there
all
and
the
talk about
weed,
that
bro.
for
This is
a
what
long
the
time.
weed does to niggas.
Don't
It
smoke.
opens niggas' eyes.
Don't smoke.
Smoke responsibly.
Drink you get you some beer. Get lit.
You trying to give niggas some beer belly?
I'm trying to get niggas alcohol poison.
Alright, so I read on the news the other day. I was on my phone or whatever, you know, the little news app on the iPhone and shit. Yeah, so I was on there and shit, and they was talking about how some of the Congress didn't like the results for the electoral college votes, right? So let's get into that. How do y'all really feel that like votes are like split 2 ways? You got like a popular vote, and then you got this electoral college bullshit ass vote.
Yeah.
Like, do y'all feel like there should just be one type of vote, or does 2 work? Because the electoral college,
There should be one because your vote don't really count if you vote for somebody that's in the losing bracket of a vote. You know, where did your vote go to?
When it's trash.
When in reality, it's supposed to be like a yes or no, or win or lose.
Okay.
Your vote shouldn't be determined before it even got to the.
But now they having problems with it now because your boy Trump ain't win. So
Of
now
course
y'all
they
talking
having
about
problems with it now because it's a broke system, and when a broke system don't act like the broke system's supposed to, when you pay a referee to do shit that he's not doing, it's gonna be an issue.
if I paid the referee to
win, then I need travel costs put on this nigga. Like, what is you not doing? I paid
I'm
you.
gonna be mad as hell.
That's basically what that is. That's how I'm assuming that.
Oh, but you gotta
I'm
look
not
at it
all
like this,
that
though,
educated in it, so I'm just leaving it at that.
like, they do the electoral votes and all that shit. I mean, I think it's pretty unnecessary. But it's like it does like, what do people vote this person in different categories of presidency, or you know, just different, like just different, like just like the popular vote and electoral votes and shit in that nature, like just all the different type of votes shows what people think of that president, all type of different dynamics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what different forms, like in all different forms, how do they really fuck with the president, or what they see his views, or like, you know. And then I think like a lot of them votes and shit are really go off them fucking debates because people really turned on Trump in them debates. Like a lot of people turned on that nigga in them debates, bro.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people turned on that nigga in them debates because he was very unprofessional. Because he went to the debate and spoke as a businessman, not a fucking president. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like
you can't hate the nigga for being him though.
But you still won.
He
it
still
ain't like
won.
he did. It ain't like he did really any fucking thing besides past the besides the stimulus check shit. I mean, yeah, but like but in the first 4 years, within the 4 years, what did he really do?
Shit.
Honestly, everybody in the war. They thought it was
Yeah, I mean, but I'm gonna be honest.
He talking about he gonna give niggas a wall and make Mexico pay for the wall.
But we can't be mad at a nigga because out of all the presidents, that nigga was the only nigga who said, I'm gonna do this, fuck what y'all talking about, and that nigga did it. So I feel like
that's that businessman mentality though. That's the businessman mentality. Like that shit getting done. But nigga dad gave him how much money?
A small loan.
He already own hotels and casinos.
You know what I mean?
And
Trump Towers.
people think Trump going
casino.
broke for what's happening, but yeah, he knows.
How did a casino get bankrupt? A casino.
Don't make no sense.
People are addicted.
A casino? People will spend hundreds and thousands of dollars at the casino in a day. That's just one person. Imagine how many people be in that bitch in a casino and bankrupt.
If the niggas sit at Top Golf, they make $100,000 on a night on a slow night. How much they make at the casino, nigga? He's putting 20 in that bitch. I'm pulling entrance.
That nigga got a house on the whole island and everything. He is not.
That nigga not.
What y'all think about that nigga? After he gets done out of the office shit, they on his ass from taxes though.
Oh, most definitely.
They on his ass from taxes. He gonna do some time for them bitches. They're not hitting him with them charges now because he's still kind of the president. And he's gonna pardon the shit.
Yeah.
He'll try to pardon the shit. They gonna wait till after and they open it. They probably already got the investigation open right now.
Shit, watch.
No, they can't.
He gonna get
They
away.
definitely can't.
They can't. After he get out, after he passes it up, after he passes the torch to Biden, which probably I think he already did that shit. I don't know if he did it already.
I'm saying, just watch it. I'm gonna need y'all to send me that when it actually happens, because he is part of like the top 20 richest people. And
no, as they say, he's not actually.
Money don't talk.
Bro is in debt.
He's in debt.
Bro is in debt.
Yeah, he lied about his.
I want to see it when it happened. I want to see it.
He owes country's money. They were drilling his ass at the debate about that shit. He ain't had nothing to say.
They was cutting into that nigga. All right, Jason, how you feel about the electoral college and the popular vote and all that?
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, honestly. Fuck them niggas, man. Like, bro,
it ain't shit we can do about it.
It ain't shit we can do about it, especially because we
bro,
black too, so we ain't got no say so.
It's like, bro, it's like, I don't see the point. Like, I mean, I do, but it's like, I just think it's dumb, bro. I gotta leave, like, my freedom in the fate of his hands. Like, who the fuck is he?
My problem is with a lot of this is, we do all this to vote for one nigga in, right? That nigga wants some shit done. He got to go to Congress and be like, all right, how y'all feel about this shit?
Yeah.
So really, I should just be voting for the niggas in Congress, really.
Pretty much.
Not for this, because he can't pass
But
shit.
no, like, everything needs a face, though. So
He's just the advertising.
He's the face of Nike.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When people see LeBron, they think Nike. When people see Obama, they think United States. Well, sadly, when people see Trump, they see the United fucking States. But it's like, it's just the face. It's just the face of the country and the brand of the country. Now, he has power, but checks and balances.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Alright, so do y'all, about Biden, right? Because y'all brought that nigga up. And then we're going to get into the last little part, and we're going to talk about some more reflection. But before we get into that, let's talk about Biden for a second. You know how, like, the nigga was running for his campaign, and you saw all of this shit on Snapchat, Instagram, all this about Biden. That shit supposed to be different with Kamala Harris, and I don't even know if I said the bitch name. Y'all really feel like shit gonna be that different as much as people make it out to? Because, again, the nigga already got elected.
Biden a long time ago was not with the black folk, and I don't know how racism works, but I'm pretty sure you don't just wake up one day and be like, you know what, I like niggas.
First of all, he ain't gonna do nothing for us anyway.
I understand you said that. My girl's granddad
voted for Joe Biden.
My girl's great granddad. No, my girl's great granddad. When he was racist, but he wasn't like saying like racial slur to your face, and just because he's seen you know whatever the fuck.
He was also probably a lot older.
But listen though, just listen. So when Mackenzie was born, he was about 67, almost 60 or 70. He was racist all the way up until Mackenzie was born.
But you want to know why that is though?
And they call her family. They call her the miracle child because she turned everybody's point of views around. Because everybody was kind of like, not everybody was kind of like against her mom, but you know how white people are with black.
But most people
white
get
people
this
black
on.
guys.
It
Yeah,
worked out
most
for
people
ours.
most
It
people do
worked out for
that when
ours.
they get older anyway though. Like they be like, I'm about to kick the bucket anyway. Shit, I might as well accept my granddaughter that's coming.
But it's like this. But it's like there's a lot of people who just don't give a fuck. They can be on the table dead and still will not give a fuck because they stand on what they stand on.
You want to know what? People can change because I've met, me personally, y'all know I fuck with the white girls. I've met people, parents who was like, nah. And especially dads, if they see a nigga treating their daughter right, bro, that nigga will swallow his pride and be like, I respect you and shake your hand like a man, like for real. Yeah. Even though that nigga don't like you culturally, racially, that nigga.
But what fucks it up is that bunch of people who don't do that shit. The niggas who won't swallow their pride fucks it up for everybody else.
You shouldn't have to change. If you already know you in the wrong, then you shouldn't see room for change. I understand everybody's not perfect, but you know when you're doing something wrong by somebody.
But look though.
And saying that is just like saying, okay, well this serial killer has killed about 15 people. He spent a lot of time in prison. You think he's changed?
That is possible.
It's possible, but does it redeem the 15 people that's died? Think about one death in your family.
No.
How long does that sit with you? Now think about 15.
True.
You should be in jail for life, to be honest with you. You shouldn't be able to get out.
Yeah.
But do you believe in second chances though?
But the reason
I believe in
is
second chance, but if you killed 15 people, your second chance was on that second person.
So y'all feel like Joe Biden just racist and shit ain't so even though he got in
15.
because honestly I feel like he personally he went and got a black bitch and was like, all right, I'm gonna use you as my face
Honestly,
and y'all
bro,
was talking about get me in office.
I'm gonna just put it like this, bro. I don't feel like you should get out of jail other than if it was legitimately self-defense.
What are you talking about?
If you kill somebody.
murder.
Oh, murder.
I'm saying you give 15 people and
ain't no second chance, bro. Like if I just
second chance,
like how we sitting here right now, I just pick up my gun and try to just kill Marvin right now, bro. I knew not to fucking kill
Yeah, but
him.
you gotta think about y'all gotta think about it this, bro. Once you get out, if you do get out of jail, bro, all your opportunities of success in life, like literally, it's sliced in half. Ain't sliced in half, so that means you can't travel, you can't go nowhere. So if you are an artist, whatever, you can't travel and go nowhere.
There's no point.
There's
no point to even let you out.
You know what you're doing with that half thing of life? You still living. You can still use that dick. You can still reproduce. You can still live life.
All right, let's get back on track because we going kind of out there with it. Okay, we were talking about Biden and if he was really gonna change some shit. So anybody?
I think on my view on that, you gotta think about it. This shit has happened before, not with the sickness, but y'all remember the market crash thing. When that shit happened, they didn't have shit. And it was worse than what the fuck this shit is.
Yeah.
They didn't have shit. Nobody had no money except for rich people, and the rich people weren't even damn near that rich. You know what I mean? But it took somebody to step up, and it take time. It's just gonna take time. I can't expect them to get in this bitch and this year everything back to normal. You know what I mean? That's not. I don't think that's gonna happen.
He gotta come back.
Big ass stretch.
But do y'all believe
He's gotta get that office out of that debt first?
Believe it or not, Trump ain't really fuck up a bunch of shit. Yeah, he tried to talk, but
That's what I'm saying.
He actually made the economy better. So it's like he's not really fucking. You know what I'm saying? He's not really gonna like really fix shit Trump fucked up because Trump ain't really fucking nothing up. So what are you really gonna do? Because he's advocating for all this black shit. That's what I really want to talk about. He advocating for all this shit. Do y'all really feel like that nigga gonna give it? Because everybody acting like it's like a second coming to Jesus and shit. Like this nigga the black savior and shit. Everybody got a black bitch with him.
Every president has came in office with their intentions.
Me personally, Joe Biden, I think he just said what the fuck you want to hear. I feel like he told black people what the fuck they want to hear so you get that vote.
At the time where we needed it
That's
too.
all, exactly.
Okay.
You tell me what the fuck I want to hear. So I'm like, in my head, you like, that sounds like some shit that'll work. Yeah. You getting this bitch, all that shit is canceled. I'm gonna do it my way because I'm the leader of this bitch.
They do that every year. It's one president that's on one side and this other president trying to get the black people on his side. True. They just did that with.
And he did it.
What was her name?
Hillary.
Yeah. She did that too.
Yeah, she lost.
Exactly.
I'll be honest.
Do you hear her black people that now? No.
True.
No. Cause she lost. No.
All right, let's get into closing this. We had some discussions. Let's really chop it up. And I want to hear something from everybody from this one. Let's talk about y'all 2020 reflection for real. Because like what we thought was the norm ain't the norm no more.
Worst fucking year of my life, bro. I'm not even gonna
I will
bro.
say you.
I'm battling.
Can I hold on
tough shit.
Because I want to get everybody out the way because the camera finna die and shit. That's why I'm sweating.
Worst
shit.
fucking year, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Some of the it was a year I thought. I seen a post and I swear I can never relate to a post somewhere. It was that 2020 was supposed to be the year I thought I'd get everything I wanted, but it was a year that basically to let me know I needed to appreciate what I already had. You know what I'm saying? I lost multiple family members to COVID, yada yada. Basically, we all lost our freedom. We can't even go no fucking where. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
can't have a bunch of
so it's like, bro, like even the simple shit that we used to do is like even going to the movies, but like I miss that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't really appreciate that shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we was doing a lot of shit. Now we can't fucking do nothing, bro, out of fear of that.
But it teaches a lesson though. Like it's gonna it's gonna have our like when we start having kids and shit, we based off of our appreciation of having time and spending quality time with our family and loved ones and shit like that, that'll make us better people in the end. You know what I mean?
Like, if we probably wasn't going through what we going through, we probably wouldn't be having this podcast right now, bro.
Facts.
No, I would most definitely be having this podcast.
But it'd be different.
I was gonna start.
It'd be like
a different type of
different circumstances. You know what I'm saying? Right, bro.
Vibes, everything.
It's just you know what I'm saying. 2020 was fucking horrible, but it's like you know what I'm saying. We was blessed enough that we still made it through it.
Yeah, ain't none of us dead.
So like all the shit that happened, we still made it through it. So that just still gives me hope that you know what I'm saying. I never lose hope. I like to look at myself as a person. Right, bro. You know what I'm saying.
Even though I've had some close ones.
Yeah, it ain't time for you to kick the bucket. Clearly.
Yeah.
Been
All right,
3 car accidents, bro.
2020. I say it was a positive and a negative. Really.
How so?
Positive wise, it gave me time to get shit done that I needed to get done that I wasn't doing clearly because I had too much time on my hands doing it. So now.
What wasn't you doing?
Like shit, like school, important shit. Now with the quarantine and all that shutdown, it gave me time to think, get mentally prepared for what the fuck I want to do and how to go about doing it.
Okay.
Now negative, can't go nowhere. Gotta wear a mask. Can't really have party, do all that. Yeah. Other than that, I took 2020 into a positive direction.
Oh, so you took all the negative shit was going on, and you turned it in your favor and was like, I'm gonna do this positive. I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna reflect and figure out me first while all this shit going on because it's the best time to figure out about myself. So you went ahead and did it. Okay. No, I definitely fuck with that. Yeah. What about you, Darius?
I was kind of going basically what Tyrone was saying. Like for me, it was a year of self-reflection. I mean, a lot of stuff that happened to me. I was going through my next stages of depression. I ended up losing my girlfriend. So you kind of get used to doing things a certain type of way, especially when you're living with somebody. So when you end up losing that person, like a love, all that aside, you kind of gotta figure out how to live by yourself again. Figure out who you are. Figure out what it is that you like, because the things that you used to compromise start to become your norm. You start to like some of them, even the stuff you probably didn't like in the beginning. So. For me, it was definitely a whole lot of change, and even now, like I'm still changing. I see new ugly sides of me. I see new better sides of me. So even though a lot of things was happening, I was really oblivious to all of that because of everything that was happening to me and the way that my depression worked. Like I don't really follow celebrities. I don't really to be honest with you, I don't even listen to motherfuckers. Like if you ask me about an artist that ain't really fucking Sada Baby or Peasy, I can only name you a couple of their songs and I fucking like them niggas. I don't even know, to be honest with you. I kind of got like my own little circle that I kind of stay in with that type of stuff. So. But with me trying to find myself again, I am trying to, get out, see what I actually like, what I actually don't like. So I'm still learning that. So hopefully this year will be a lot better. Going off of what Jason said, I definitely am blessed and thankful that I got the friends and brothers that I got. Yes, sir. Can get me through some shit. I can just be sitting there talking shit, man. I appreciate all y'all, dog. I do, even though I ain't there all the time.
Oh yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like I like that we all kept in contact after school, bro. Because I see a lot of people don't do that shit.
Yeah, a lot of motherfuckers don't do that shit no more.
Like, we even go as far as like shit, if it's even the game, the group chat, even
at this point shit. You gotta be on the game too. You gonna be out the loop.
Right.
I'm sorry, if you ain't got the game, you out the loop.
It's like,
yeah. Well, I mean, Chris, he's in the loop now.
Who, Chris? Oh yeah, I put him in the loop. He been in my loop when I wasn't in y'all loop. That was my loop. I was just with that nigga.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Just,
oh, you talking about Funker? Yeah. I like Chris. I've been waiting to see him again, so I gotta apologize to him.
This girl cool too. This girl cool. She's like one of the niggas.
Yeah, like I could play the game with her.
You know what I mean? Like
she
was one of the niggas, bro. Her shit.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
All right, Jordan. Let's move on to you because we got 15 minutes left on that camera and that bitch will cut up. Let's get into you. So what's your reflection for 2020?
2020, bro. It was rough, man. It was rough.
You almost died
Crazy,
twice,
almost
man.
died twice. I got into like 2 car accidents. One of them I was driving. Yeah, man, it was fucking rough, you know. I had my girl, Mackenzie, you know, I had my girl Mackenzie and shit. She held a nigga down and shit when I was low, and I had, you know, it was time. This point in time, y'all was building shit back up, and she helped me, you know, looked out for me and shit, made shit easier. She still makes things easier for me and shit like that. So definitely, if I didn't have her this year, it'd probably be pretty fucking rough, and I probably would have lost my fucking mind doing all this shit, but. You know, working, just chilling and shit, stacking cheese now. Trying to look past 2020, you know, 2021's here now, so I'm about to this the money making year, so about to get bands. I'm about to be balling and shit, and that's all I'm looking forward to, bro.
I feel I like that. Like you said, I'm definitely looking forward to getting out of 2020 myself, because I know starting this year, I was coming off of the little toxicity shit with my relationships in 2019 and shit, and I had 2 girls with me. And then I had one stand with me later on that day. You know about that shit. And that shit, I'm sorry, when you had 2 chicks, I know niggas be saying that, but when you really fucking with 2 girls for real, and you like this one like that, and you like that one like this, bro, like, you divide yourself up.
Bro, but it's like, it's hard. Like motherfuckers be out here, like females that, like, will accuse a nigga of cheating and be like, well, niggas can just do this. No, like, that shit is hard. Cheating, keeping track of all your hoes, texting a bunch of bitches. You gotta text all your bitches back.
No,
blocking hoes, deleting shit. Like, that shit is fucking hard. That shit is not easy, bro.
See, it's easy to do if the girl a hoe. The problem is these were respectable females.
Like, it's bitches that really will give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
And you trying to dog these bitches. Like, it's not gonna fucking work, bro.
That shit ain't gonna work.
It's not gonna fucking work.
If you feel them for real,
it's not gonna work.
You're gonna feel the type, and that's where my depression kind of reeled in late last year. Kind of when I started thinking about Zaire in December, but I was still dealing with that little toxic relationship. And then, even before then, I was still carrying that weight. So I had all that, I was dragging that bitch in 2020. And then, you know, COVID hit. You know where I was talking about my TV show doing all this. That shit put me down under when they was like, you can't go outside, you can't go nowhere, stay all ass in the house. I was like, what do you mean? I had everything. You know, because I was telling you about that shit. That shit, 2020 literally like, it cut my legs off from under me, dog. Like I stopped walking, like literally and physically. I was sitting here all day, nothing.
Sat in the crib, played the game, chill, ate, like didn't do shit.
The shit, and then after that, like I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna hit on some real shit. Like I really wanted one of them chicks for real. When I thought I wanted one, and then I really got ready, then I got one, and then honestly, when I got ready. She ain't want me no more, and that shit crushed me, which means that shit put me even farther down because I tried to get out my depression shit and be strong enough to go talk to a girl. Bro, you know what I'm saying? So
it be shit like that goes on, and then bitches wonder why niggas be dogging on. You know what I mean? Like, cause like I mean, and maybe in that situation I can't just say it was her fault or I can't say it was her fault because who knows? You know what I mean?
The situation, I'm gonna be honest, it was both of our fault, but at the end, I'm gonna be a man because I told her this to her face. Well, she got a nigga and all that. That was my fault. I could have fixed that, but I didn't.
This shit kind of off, bro, but social media got to do with that shit too. Like, social media dog niggas, and it is against niggas with every degree, bro.
Of course. And
no, I
just believe.
Yeah, and they wonder why we don't post our girls on there. It ain't shit but negative toxicity, bro. You don't need none of that shit. But at the same time, you gotta have a following for that shit if you want to get any type of attention.
I don't want no attention.
Like, bro, me, I ain't gonna lie, like, that attention, I don't want that attention around me, so I let that shit be known at the beginning and shit.
My whole thing is, my whole thing is, what I mean when I say that is most motherfuckers, like, even when you talk to the first thing you gonna ask a girl is if she got a Snapchat.
True.
So you can't say you don't want that attention if you asking somebody else for that type of attention.
That's what I'm saying, but no, when it comes to like talking
I know what you
can do what you can.
I'm not saying get you a hype fan base around the shit, but you gotta extend it some type of way, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, or whatever the fuck you want to use.
No doubt. All right, let me finish this real quick, and we can break off into that. Yeah, it's time. That's why I keep getting up. I be looking at my camera and shit. But yeah, so all that shit happened with me, and then heartbreak. I don't care how any of y'all niggas feel. Every nigga here got feelings. I don't give a fuck what niggas talking about.
I felt that shit.
I said the same thing about this before I talked. When you sent me that message, I looked at Darius and I was like, real shit. I'm gonna tell you this. I said, I don't care how hard Tyrone is. He felt that shit. I said he was with her for a year. He gonna feel it. You remember, you was standing right there. I was like, he gonna feel that shit. and that nigga gonna be hurt about it. I was like,
shit ain't no joke, bro.
that shit, but after that I had the seizure, nigga, and then my 2020 was
he had the seizure. I got to the accident.
Bullshit, literally a couple days after. So 2020 was like really like I was supposed to be this and do that.
I just noticed something.
Can't even do that.
We all fucked up.
I spent
$400.
We all fucked up. Yeah.
Hey,
$400
$400
on
get
my
like
fucking
the key for my car to go up, then I smashed.
After all the shit we've been through, bro, we still here.
Ain't that something?
We still healthy, you know what I'm saying?
You're right.
We still alive. We still all able to get up, go to work. We can still talk shit to each other, you know what I'm saying?
Get on the game and shit, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All the shit we've been through, it made us, bro. You know
That's all love, yeah, because the niggas who here is supposed to be the niggas who here. Like, y'all niggas are supposed to be here. Everybody else
You know what's crazy?
fell off.
I know this is off topic and shit, but I seen fucking Jasper when I was driving down Gratiot one day. That nigga was bobbing and shit. I was in there bobbing with that nigga. I was like, hold up, what the fuck? I remember I said, hey, this is my nigga Jasper. I said, what up, bro? You know, got the nigga phone number and shit. I ain't never heard the nigga up. He told me about some curl off of him and shit like that. But yeah, I seen that nigga. I was like, what the fuck?
You ain't seen that nigga either?
You ain't seen him. I seen him last year.
I seen him. That's when I seen him like Gus, and I was like,
I ain't seen that nigga.
Yeah, no.
I ain't know him well enough to. I'll probably walk right past.
No,
him.
Jasper was cool last nigga.
He was cool, but
He just went to us. He got his own friends.
Yeah.
That's all it is, you know.
all right, we got 5 more minutes. Let me reel this in and we can finish and we can get the fuck up out of here. All right, so we pretty much hopped in all the topics today and shit. And
you awesome.
I went about it with my own format, of course. Everybody did their thing. We had Jordan come out, we had Darius come out, we had Tyrone come out, we had Jason come out for my first podcast, and hopefully we're gonna do some more in the future. Have these niggas up here. Maybe it's a daily thing. Every Saturday come up here for about an hour, 2 hours, talk some shit. Y'all know what I'm saying? But this was Small Town Marv. This was the STMP, Small Town Marv podcast. Y'all give this video a like. Y'all comment what y'all liked about this video, what y'all don't like about this video. Give me opinions. My first podcast, like I said, man. Y'all also subscribe to the channel. Yes, check me out. I got nice shit, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to the gang, shout out to the brothers, you know what I'm saying? They came in here with it. They handle business. Love these niggas. Much love, man.
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
catch y'all in the next one, man. This was the Small Town Marv podcast, and we did the damn thing, man. We did the damn thing.
That's a whack.
That is a wrap.
You just
Cook his chain or something.
he ain't got the. I'm gonna cook these damn tongues.
This nigga titty, bro. He keep talking to me crazy like that. Them jungle bugs that started hopping out.
Whoa.
Do better.
Once you see that on the screen, yeah.
Whoa.
Stop shaking your head, bro.
Wow.
Shit itch.
Too bad for me.
Yo, you talking about whoa. I'm sorry, bro. That shit was funny,
You
bro.
you just humiliated me.
That shit was funny.
That's rude.
Two more minutes. Yeah. Start this bitch. What's that?
Alright, Jordan.
You get mad.
It was really funny.
That was shit.
It was funny.
You get
Bro,
really mad.
bro, stop.
I'm just saying, but we get you high, but that shit wasn't that funny. That's all I'm saying.
Alright, bitch, who the fuck say?
I'm just saying,
Who the fuck died and made your ass?
my god.
Who the fuck died and said your ass was Eddie Murphy, bitch? The fuck?
Alright.
What'd you do?
I'm gonna spit up my drink.
So what'd you do after that?
You
I waited till I could swallow it.
You can't.
So you swallow now? You swallow now?
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing? We swallowing now?
Little freak.
You sucking dick, bro.
That's
Stop.
that nigga on the left. Hey, we heard what your jaws do with them balls.
They should be sucking dick now.
Sorry. That's niggas on. Okay.
Them niggas grip your beard. With their thumbs and shit.
One person know about that is Darius. You You see, you got a retwist, right?
He said he needs some more length on that shit.
That shit ain't come from nowhere.
Deflecting on somebody else.
Bro, your hairline lean like Marvin teeth, bro. Don't talk to me.
Oh
shit.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Because when niggas fuck Tyrone, but they put his head like this.
That's fucked up.
They like, this that Ruski, nigga.
I ain't tripping because they fucked on Jordan, they grabbed the bottom of his stomach.
I don't get fucked up. Nobody get fucked up me. Hell.
Oh shit.
You gonna come for me now?
Don't get mad at me because your nigga be sucking Twinkie cream off your titties, bitch. What's wrong with this nigga?
Oh shit.
Nigga getting dick in a tattoo. Nigga getting dick in a tattoo.
So you get dick in a hug, that's it?
No, neither one. Shit.
Watch the qualifications.
Neither one. Neither one. I don't get none of that.
Yeah, that nigga said that's his favorite sport.
That's none of my business.
Two earrings too, bro.
Draw my earrings.
Oh, you talking about them type? Okay, I
My
can't.
shit, gang.
He just saying your shit.
I can't hear that.
Why? What's wrong with his earrings though?
Mine's is normal. I don't know.
Yours is what? Normal? Like real?
Yeah.
Oh, so his shit fake.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
He said his shit normal.
I said normal.
Wait, so if normal is not, if they real or not, what are you insinuating?
What I'm saying.
about my name?
When I say
earrings?
normal, like they not circle, they like them.
Oh, so when they
What about that is not normal?
yeah.
Like, I ain't really see niggas with like the clip thing.
So what about that is fucking with
So
you?
you don't
like
Ain't not fucking with me.
Oh.
Y'all fucking with him about his shit.
So what's wrong with it though?
Defend yourself, cause I don't know what to tell you.
You better say
I'm trying to
something.
explain
You better say something.
He said
You better say he said your shit wasn't
He
normal.
said his shit was fake.
No, he said your shit wasn't normal. I said that sound like fake.
Oh shit.
You want us to get the diamond test around, bro? Check these
Alright, so look, so
niggas
check this out.
y'all got one?
up. Hell no.
So check this out, check this out. He only has one eye. This nigga has the mystical eyeball. He can tell you your future with that bitch.
Tyrone only has one side shirt.
Why he did
They large.
Tyrone only likes jelly-filled donuts.
What he like?
He likes not
Tyrone.
That nigga like
Shaking ass.
in the backyard. Yeah.
You do like you shake ass next to the hula hoop.
That nigga stick his chin in some paint and start roofing.
That nigga Darius just shake his ass over the chili at work.
Yeah, nigga, that nigga he put that pack in the microwave shaking ass.
Shit. Nigga Jason just start shaking ass with his little brother when he break a toy.
Oh shit. Damn. Damn. Oh my god. Damn.
Jason got OnlyFans.
Jason, you worth $10, bro.
You got OnlyFans, bro? Hell no.
Bitch, that shit dick for
Jason,
$10,
you got OnlyFans, bro?
And the Marvins put water on the floor and Gus and slide around.
That shit was funny as hell, man.
That was for real.
You gonna
That was for real, bro.
You gonna get mad because we was having fun at work?
Y'all hear that?
Don't let them do you like that.
It's them.
I know.
You gonna let Tyrone hype you up?
His name is Marvin.
He was picking up trash.
Okay.
Hey, I was waiting for his best friend. Tyrone, I miss you. Like risky.
Now I have to get on deep breathers. Okay.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
Y'all niggas was like,
He scraped chili. And you made chili.
We wash dishes.
You wash the chips. You wash the shit.
What I wash?
I bring you the silverware. You make it squeaky clean.
I think you're looking at the wrong person. We didn't have
Who's
the same
looking
time.
at?
You're supposed to be looking at him.
You need to be looking at Jason. I was busting tables. oh my bad.
That nigga. Yeah, Jason, your ass was dishwasher McGee in that bitch.
That nigga was in that bitch re-chewing gum off the tables. Nigga up under that bitch with a spatula like SpongeBob. Come on, spat.
That nigga Jason was scrubbing shit off the toilets with his chin.
That nigga Marvin got a piece of gum on the back of his ear, dog.
I'm not gonna keep disrespecting my guy. I'm gonna start disrespecting that nigga Darius hype chain.
That nigga Darius.
That nigga Darius smell like football practice.
This nigga Jason Chin smell like a 2-hour hoop session.
Oh, damn. That shit musty.
That's fucked up.
Do you like that?
That nigga Tyrone smell like a diesel truck when he lift his arms up.
At least I got a truck.
You don't have a trust.
You don't have a truck.
He got a stubble leak. He ain't tripping.
We not gonna talk about whips. We seen your shit outside.
It took you so long. You pushed your shit here.
No, bro. Your shit might have sneezed in the barber shop.
Your shit is like a go-kart, nigga. You ran and then just drove that bitch.
You just kick your foot out the door.
I'm like, you ain't gotta do that because you run with that bitch.
You said you flinched on it.
That nigga get in that bitch, put that bitch in neutral, and Darius push it.
But no, we put Tyrone shit. That's how we get everywhere.
He chilling in his shit, so.
Very chill, nigga. It was cold as fuck that day.
But that nigga brought a coat.
That's why he ain't drive.
Your shit work.
Yeah,
I seen that bitch parked in front of mine for a minute.
When?
It's been about 2 days now.
Yeah, that bitch be parked there so long.
Brakes,
It damn near be
wait,
wet. I ain't
you
gonna
ain't got your brakes fixed.
Damn. That nigga Jason head shaped like a baby bottle pop.
His shit be overheating. Yeah.
I don't know why he got
I wonder why you laughing 560.
Bro, your girlfriend ain't dropping you off, you just not going.
That nigga Darius say, ding, this might stop.
That nigga said he get mad at the crib because that's where his girl take him. To the crib.
We was gonna take you.